Right, so I'm off to Joburg today, and that means we get to drive the Opel Adam all the way to the airport. In Cape Town there are two routes to get to the airport. One is on the highway, the N2, and the other one is the scenic coastal route, which is Long Baden Powell Drive. One guess as to which route I'm going. There's this button in the car that says Eco, and it comes on automatically when you start the car. So I get they're trying to be economical, and I get they're trying to save the planet and the monkeys and all that, but it reduces performance on the car. It just takes the edge off a really nippy little car, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. There's got to be like a way to switch the Eco button off permanently, because the minute I press that, you can feel the difference in the throttle response. The more I drive it, the more I'm actually really liking it. It's funky. It's definitely not bland on the inside, and for a little 1 litre, holy smokes, for a little 1 litre 3-cylinder 80 odd kilowatt engine, this is really nice. This does the job properly. Doesn't have a big tank. I'll check the specs on the tank later, but so far we're about 150 kilometers in, got just more than half a tank left, averaging 8.2 liters per 100. It's probably quite a lot for a small car, I'll be honest. But then again, I am driving it like I stole it, and it's a lot of fun. It is genuinely a lot of fun. Lacks a bit of noise. I mean, a 3-cylinder can produce a better noise. The 3-cylinder minis produce a really cool noise. But otherwise, this little Opel is a fantastic little car to drive. So since its introduction into the South African market, the Opel Adam hasn't sold badly. It's averaging about 100 units a month. It's not a lot compared to the Polos and the Yaris's and so on. But you have to take into consideration that the Polos and the Yaris's are sold mostly to car rental companies, and these cars aren't. So 100 to actual drivers every day is a really, really good number, especially in a car market that's down at the moment. So the other two models in the Opel Adam range is the Jam and the Glam. That's really funny. So the Jam and the Glam sit below the Adam Rocks, and the Adam Rocks is slightly different to the Jam and the Glam, is that it's supposed to be more like a crossover type vehicle. So the ride height on the Rocks is 15 millimeters, it's like 1.5 centimeters higher than the Jam and the Glam. I'm sorry, 15 centimeters higher than the Jam and the Glam. That doesn't sound like a lot. It's kind of that much. I suppose it helps. I don't know how it helps. You can't take this thing off-road. It's a small 1 litre front-wheel drive car. The ride height is going to help you with nothing. One of the key characteristics that sets the Adam Rocks apart from the Adam Jam and Glam is that it's got this sort of soft top sunroof thing, which kind of opens, I mean, it's not a very big car, but it opens the whole roof, and it's really cool. I mean, like, soft top sunroof, not quite a convertible, but it's a bit more than a sunroof. Cool idea. At any kind of speed, like when you're doing, I don't know, you're doing like 120, 140 odd, that roof is surprisingly noisy. Not overbearing, and the car as a whole isn't too noisy. But there's like a bunch of noise. There's like 3 layers or something up there. I don't know. Noise gets through there, so you just kind of have this nagging feeling the whole time that something up there is open. It's just some air coming in or something. Another thing that's unique to the Rocks is that it runs on 18-inch alloys, either a 35 profile tire, probably a bit hard, because 16, the 45 or even a 50 tire would make this ride infinitely more comfortable. It's okay now, I'm on the highway, I'm doing 120, it's smooth enough, it cruises, but in and around town, you know, suburban roads are notoriously crap. So the potholes, the bumps, the undulations, you feel it. There's a lot of that bang, 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 bang coming through all the time. Now that's a universal problem with cars with low profiles. I've driven 2 million rand X6s that also ride on 30s, and they are absolutely terrible around town. I get they look funky, get they look cool, And yeah, I'd probably opt for them because they look better than fat tires. But when it comes down to just ride quality, not so sure. So I'm on my way to Joburg, just going up for a night, which is about as much of Joburg as I can handle. There's this little restaurant in Sandton. It's actually part of a hotel that serves a really interesting cream ale. It's really nice. And I quite specifically arrange my dinner appointments around that dodgy joint so I can go there and drink that dodgy beer. It's not dodgy, it's actually fantastic. So I'm going to leave the Adam Rocks at the valet parking. We'll pick it up tomorrow when I come back and try and put a few more miles on it. The real kicker is, I said this morning that I was going to take the scenic route in, and I forgot. I completely forgot, and now I'm actually early to the airport. I knew I wanted to leave early. I couldn't quite remember the reason for wanting to leave early. It was the scenic route. Anyways, I will hit up the business lounge and drink an extra glass of wine and eat some more unhealthy food. How cool are these bathrooms? Blue with a view. So that's pretty much it for the day. I've made it to Joburg. It always feels like this traveling just takes so long. It's such an enormous waste of time. But it's like 1,000 miles in 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, I suppose not that bad. But I think that's it for today.